We're joined by Esther Dedeji of Hadish's Cakes, the confectionery arm of Hadish's Kitchen. Hadish's Cakes started in 2019 with the goal to provide all types of cakes for all kinds of events and persons and homes and everything, you know. Her slogan is love at first bite. I mean, hey, because you cannot but love her cakes. And hey, we have her here with us. You are welcome. Glad to have you here. I don't know if I'm more excited about the cakes that you've brought or more excited about you. But I do know that I'm going to be having cake on set today, so I'm very excited. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Hadish's Cakes. You guys have been on since 2019. Now, I always like to ask people how they got into their endeavors, and most people would often say passion. Is that the same for you as well?
Basically, that's like the same thing.
Passion, huh? But you were in paid employment from before, weren't you? What was that?
I was at a real estate firm.
Okay. So,
It wasn't much.
what happened and why did you decide to go all in when it comes to confectionaries?
Okay, I think the thing for me was I actually got tired of repetition, having to wake up 4 a.m. and having to go to the highland, traffic to and fro.
How do you think that makes me feel?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I try as much as possible not to condemn people who still have passion for this white-collar, regular kind of job. Yeah.
I get you. All right, so let's talk about Hadish's Cakes now. Now, you are passionate about cakes, and you've taken that as your endeavor, and it actually makes you money. There's a lot of people out there who perhaps maybe are like you, you know, like what you were, who are in regular jobs, but also have a certain kind of skill. Now, you've made that jump, and is it safe to say that this provides for you better than when it was the regular job you were doing?
Well, for now, I'm actually getting there.
You're getting there, huh?
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I believe I'll get there, but for now, it's average, kind of. I'm just hoping that.
Yeah, it's going to pick up and boom.
Pick up, boom. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, how do you source for clients when it comes to your clientele?
Online.
Online.
The world is going. I mean, the world is going digital, and if you're not on social media, you have to be. You have to be somewhere. You have to be on Instagram. You have to be visible. Yeah. You just need that visibility. I do my stuff on.
So people make orders online and then you deliver. How do you deliver? Okay, you have those services that can help you take from one place to the other.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm mentioning all of this, it's one thing to be able to bake cakes, but it's another thing to be able to meet your customers. It's another thing to be able to provide them with these services where they are at, because people don't want to come to you these days. So, and we want everybody outside to take a sample from what she's doing here at Hadish's Cakes, because these are all the little elements that have to come together before you are successful at whatever it is that you are doing. There's also one more thing. When it comes to packaging, I noticed something. Now, by the way, we have samples of her delicious, I don't know if they're delicious yet, but I bet you that they are, of your cakes here. I see that they're packed in a very special way. I don't, oh, they're cold. Nice.
Yeah.
But nicely refrigerated.
It has to be really cool.
So she's got this very interesting package here that has a little fork in there, so you don't have to use your hands when you're eating it. It's already in there and nicely packaged and sealed for the best quality. You came up with that yourself, did you? I mean, the idea that this has to be provided for. Oh, okay. So talk to us about how you have branded Hadish's Cakes.
Okay.
Why have you branded it in such a unique fashion, is my question.
Okay. When I started the business, before now, I've tried the type of business, which is beauty.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and
from Hadish's Beauty,
there was actually a time somebody reached out. I noticed people usually like talk down on makeup artists kind of thing, and I feel it's all about packaging. And I told myself I'm going to venture into this cake stuff and all that. I just have to make myself look like that high-class kind of person.
I hope you don't mind while you're talking, because I'm going to be trying out some of these Hadish's lovely cakes, if you do not mind. But while you're doing that, I would like to find out, if I was going to go into this business, for instance, and as I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who want to, what kind of capital would I need to get started? Where would I need to get started from? Could I start from just anywhere, or do I already need a bakery? Do I need everything in place before I begin, or should I just begin? What's that start point?
You can actually begin from home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you started from?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay, that's where you still are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily need to have a bakery to start. You can be at home. You can be anywhere. Just make sure you get the necessary, what's it called? Profession,
equipment,
learning skills, and all that.
Now, I'm going to try this if you don't mind. Now, this is that moment we're all waiting for. Not bad. I've got the 3 flavors here. It's chocolate, carrot, and what's that one?
Red velvet.
Red velvet. It's very nice. So I asked about capital now.
Okay.
How much capital would I need to get started? Where would I find my customers? Let's start with capital. How much do I need?
There's actually no an exact capital to start with this type of business, because when you venture into you find out that you end up needing more equipment, you find out that the old baking stuff is actually very large.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's not just about buying the mixer, the oven, and that. There's actually more to it, and then I can't really say, oh, you
say
can.
if I was gifted 100,000 naira, for instance, is that good enough to get started?
Well, let's say maybe.
Of course, I'd need to buy equipment and all of that, but in some rudimentary way, could I get started with 100,000 naira?
Definitely.
And then I would have to sell this to who and where?
That's not where the issue is.
Marketing.
Because, marketing.
I know, right?
Because you need all of the phone. You need just enough, more than enough to begin.
All right. So for a package like this, for instance, that goes for how much?
2,000.
2,000 naira.
Yeah.
If I was to ask you per unit, how much do you make in profit per unit? How much would it cost you to put together this very lovely package? Let's also consider the packaging, the rubber, the little fork, and then everything that goes into making the cake.
Everything.
Would cost you how much? And I'm looking for the profit now.
Probably 1,000.
1,000. So you're making 1,000 naira profit. That's 50%.
But then,
no, it's a good thing,
people can be funny. They tell you, oh, I'm buying this product, 2,000 naira. You should be able to do a free delivery. So you're still the one covering the delivery stuff and no.
No, I see that. So when people try out your product, and also the service that you provide to them, how do you manage their expectations? And maybe sometimes some people, if you have gotten that kind of review from people who are unhappy with your service, because that's very important when it comes to business. So how do you manage your clients?
Wow.
There must be a way. Have you ever had any bad review from before, and how did you attend to it?
Not really. It was just, there was this time I had this client. She ordered the cake, and she was like, oh, I want this design. Mind you, I always tell my customers when they come that when you send pictures, I can't guarantee that
it's going to be 100%.
It's going to be 100%.
Always, it's a case of what you ordered and what you got.
Yes. So I always try to avoid a situation whereby you have my picture, you're like, this is what I ordered and this is what I'm getting. So I always try to tell them, if you're sending me this picture, if you really, really want 100% of this, you have to pay this. Let's try to avoid stories.
Yeah. So you get what you pay for, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, we also got to see some of the pictures of the very fine work that you do when it comes to birthday cakes and all of the rest and everything. Okay. Fantastic stuff that she does. We're going to perhaps maybe show some of those. Look at these now. Now, these are, take a look at them. How do you get those pictures and those formations on these cakes? Do you have a machine that you have to use to design those or what?
You actually just need machines to bake the cakes.
Wow.
Yeah, my hand.
Your hand.
Yeah.
So you are an artist at the end of the day. That is what you are.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming over. Really appreciate it. And we appreciate that you brought... These are not all she's got here. Don't worry, everybody. You get cake, you get cake, you get cake. Everybody gets cake! Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it. And we've learned a bit from you. And I'm sure if there's anybody out there who wants to go into this kind of business, do feel free. Wade in already. Don't be scared. It might cost you a little, but you will grow as she has made us understand. So Yeah, we're looking forward to more from you, and we're also looking
you.
forward to more from you who's out there taking sample. We'll be back to stay tuned. Meanwhile, I'm just going to have some of this while I'm going to bring you to our kitchen so you can taste some of our confectioneries as well.